Hey guys, welcome back. In between episodes, I experienced an update of like 30 gigs, 1.5. So hopefully this game doesn't break because I'm doing an Iron Man playthrough, and I'm limited on saves. I actually don't really remember where I left off. Okay, I guess I see. Now I have to figure out how to clear this rubble, get to the other side.
A noble deed. Let the...
Rival, Master Helmsman, Systems Status Report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
How did you people survive in here?
Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then, I prayed for our rescue.
We need to re-establish contact with the Navigator Sanctum. It is our only chance to escape from the void. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers
Guess that was
to
obvious.
report. Blast it all to the void. Translation is a craft, not something to be explained to the tick. Just go up to the throne, Master. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please, hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
I am ready. Begin the ritual. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to the mortal eyes, as if everything is beneath this thin shell that is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It is taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seems directly into your brain without even reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? It matters not. Your footfalls are an echo of the sand pouring between the scales. Your hopes and faith are my mockery.
Begone, phantom.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform
Trying
you
to get the good camera
with the
angle.
greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. To hang the ancestral banners once again, and exact vengeance on the enemies of House von Valancius and humanity.
Deep shadow weariness can be seen on Ablard's face. Through the old officer's eyes are keen. They rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself. Well then, your lordship. You had us worried for a few hours there. I'm actually surprised that this isn't voice acted. Maybe it's part of the new update, I don't know. But after witnessing your fearlessly rushing into the fray on the deck, the only thing that surprises me how long you stayed on your feet. Your strength only left you once the fighting was all over. Such fortitude is most admirable in the Lord Captain. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will be also their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputies. While others go unfulfilled entirely. Now the Dex clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. Have you succeeded in tracking down Voidfear? No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him, and any mutineers who may be still skulking in the ship's many corridors, but frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now one shuttle short. I'm afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought. What is the agenda for this meeting? Reports on the conditions of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at your officers who will work the 6 decks away from the bridge. And they are and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of the Lord Captain. I am ready to start the briefing, summon the officers. With a gesture, Abelard relays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. A dozen pair of eyes bore into their expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention officers, you've been granted an honor. Lord Captain Konstantinos von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your report. I'm not going to yawn. Perhaps you'll introduce those present, Abelard? As you wish, your lordship. Abelard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. Vigdis Suriata of the Ptolemy line, our new Voxmaster. It is an honor to serve your lordship. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Besides her is Raver, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap. Hail, Lord Captain. This here's ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured that she is in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our high factotum, Janice Danrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and general materials, the general material well-being of the ship. It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row, we have the three officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard, the Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fire on the ship, and lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah. The three officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with such confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervously. The Drives Master offers a salute resembling a dance involving the complicated manipulation of the tech priest, Mechanidorites. Mechanidorites. Thank you, Abelard. Greetings to you all. I serve at your pleasure, Lord Captain. I wish to hear Infernus Master's report. Yes, Lord Captain. I can report that all fires on the deck have been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties have been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factotum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next three deputies expired in the line of duty. This lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. Factotum, what do you have to report? We're toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the text priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There's only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew member, and unfortunately this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but it also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykad Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming into an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true given Caligos Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later. The kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governor on this planet. Drives Master, I will hear from you now. A voice distorted by a Vox retranslator emerges from under the text priest's scarlet hood. Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed. Thank the Omnissiah, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must report that the Engine Seer Prime, Overseer, and spiritual authority of all text priests are on board fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals to that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement in as soon as possible. I see. Thank you. The tech priest bows her head. Master Helmsman, deliver your status report. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship's sound, more or less. The Engine Seer Prime and the Navigator who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try so much as to tow inside the void, I don't know what'll happen. Our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Your Lordship, if you will allow me to interject. When we arrived in the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all available communication channels in the region. One of the Navis Nobilite stations. The station maintains complex vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing from the God Emperor himself. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as our new residence. And slightly less shitty news. We could go around the system till our heads are swimming, as long as the Promethium and supplies last. And if any thick as grok shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't you worry about that score. Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report? No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told, but just ask anyone. We've got no able crew, Lord Captain. I apologize profusely, Lord Captain. Pardon the fool. The ship is in ruins. Every other officer is dead, and the Lord Captain is long armed with us. Fear has taken a hold of me. But I've heard of you, oh yes. Your fame has reached even as far as the Expanse. I can't be showing myself up in front of an illustrious person such as yourself. The Master of Ordnance can report the rest of the arsenal has been saved and the batteries in good order. We are ready to fight, if that is the Lord Captain's will. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew member and requiring a new Engine Seer Prime and Navigator. Is that all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, Lord Captain, but bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried at Footfall Station, into the only dockyard in this sector. But we will never reach Footfall without solving these three immediate problems first. What can you tell me about the system we currently find ourselves in? I cede to the Boxmaster on this point. Mistress Ptolemy? We are in Rykard Star System. Our voyage has been undertaken under the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer it. It seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system, and Rykard Minoris itself is not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. The situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Navis Nobilite station and find out what in the void is going on. Thank you for your reports. Dismissed. The assembled officers salute you as one. Your Lordship, there is one other thing, a confidential matter of utmost importance. Lady Theodora Addelgard hesitates. Your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to this system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. And I should tell you the Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coronis Expanse. I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's desk. It was signed XC. Are you referring to the contents of that note, I presume? Yes, quite right. XC. Xavier, Alcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrich von Kallax, an interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in this system, and we must find him, and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to Footfall in the Furibunda system. Finding him without any information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis, Nobilite, or the Governor of Reichhead and Norris, may know something. That is all, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is a mere taste of the daily burden of the rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the von Valancius Protectorate. Abelard gives you another scrutinizing look, as if he's trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, as if it seems he's offers some words of encouragement. Adira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Sister of Battle grimly nods towards Adira. The Psyker is suffering some ailment, or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judge that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. I'd also be hoping to approach you about a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader. Ooh. Adira glazed eyes rove over those assembled. One burst from her lip. Daybreak. Adira, come to your senses. Damn it. Adira presses her fingers to her temple in desperation. Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future and it hit me so hard my head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way and I can't quite make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawned. It's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell, but it's daybreak. Then why is it so dark? We cannot extract any information of a value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Thalas? No. Not yet, anyways. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make any sense of it. As soon as I can know or sense anything, I'll report it, alright? Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we could talk. Lady Theodora may well serve by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you would benefit from them as well. There's nothing else of value to report. I declare this briefing concluded. It's time to get to work. They cleaned up the ship quite nice, you know? Okay, well, there's quite a lot of management I have to do, so let's see what we could do. I've never gotten this far, so I might just be kind of fumbling around until I figure out what all I'm really supposed to do at this point. I could definitely upgrade the ship over time. It's just I don't have anything as of yet. I have 100 scrap, which I could use to upgrade the ship and such and install new weaponry, but I'm going to wait until I have at least something to go on, you know? I do have quite a lot of cargo, and I do need to equip some of this gear that I left behind, and I never equipped it for the big fight, so it probably would have helped, at least certain things, you know? But especially this. A lot of the patch that just came out, 1.5, did change quite a lot. It's like 1,000 different changes, as well as like new weapons and stuff. And I'm actually glad I didn't get quite too far in this playthrough, because a lot of stuff is for Act 1 itself, so that is nice. I guess I'll go to Eurac V first. Might be a mistake, hopefully not. Lord Captain, Astrophatic Choir Master Zachary Wise is asking to speak with you about via personal channel. Greetings, your lordship. I could report that the choir is listening tirelessly to the Immaterium in the hope of picking up voices from the dynasty's ships or worlds. However, we have heard something horrifying instead. Amid the Immaterium tumult, something is screaming. This scream is driving your choir mad. Until it stops, we have no hope of contacting any of the dynasty's worlds. It is coming from Reichhead System Astrophatic Station. What is the nature of this scream? We do not know, your lordship, but it has brought the Immaterium to a boil. It has always been a violent, roaring ocean that could spell doom to any who would consider stepping into the waters. Now, however, it has become a cradle of madness where expelled images fuse together, twisting and cackling before crashing into the minds of all who perceive it. A mighty warp storm, the likes of which I cannot recall, it rages in the Imperium, and it fills me with terror. If the screaming stops, will we be able to contact someone? I humbly hope so, your lordship. Perhaps we manage to send a call for aid to the von Valancius worlds or one of the dynasty's allies. We're going to pay a visit to that station. Thank you, your lordship. Yeah, I'm going to continue course to Eurac V. Lord Captain, reporting the heralds of the Navis Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence, perhaps due to Eurac V being off limits to visitors. We intercepted signals from the beacons drifting into the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We're to turn the ship around immediately. We have also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is to remain of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobilite House requires aid, and therefore we cannot respond to our Vox transmissions. Contact this station again. I will negotiate personally. I am sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not even reply even after an official greeting by a rogue trader and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. Order the Augur crew to scan the station. Yes, Lord Captain. The officers from the Augur crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. We are unable to ascertain the reactor's core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered and fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the station has not yet been abandoned. So the question remains, why are the esteemed navigators, heralds, ignoring us? Order the crew to commence docking with the station. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what has happened at the station, so we will have to look for the esteemed navigators blind. Dock safely, and may the God Emperor light your path. Oop. Accidentally leave Abelard behind? That would be a huge mistake, I think. I'm glad that all my traumas have been healed too, so let's let's get into it.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess! What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Surprised that guy with the shotgun didn't shoot the other guy like that way. Oh god. Could at least done like a sneaky, get onto the ship. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down from the pearly scales of his weary face, and not just his own blood. Two jet black, unblinking eyes are watching your every move, and the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid of the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. Abelard, if you would be so kind. The Seneschal takes a deep breath. Before you stands his lordship, the rogue trader Konstantinos von Valancius, heir to the greatest protectorate in the Coronis expanse and bearer of the sacred warrant of trade. Allow me to point out that the Nobilite customs require that the Lord Navigator to introduce himself first, but given the unusual circumstances on the station, his lordship, the rogue trader, is willing to turn a blind eye to your hostilities, but just this once. In this case, I shall turn a blind eye to your unceremonious invasion, but just this once. There is a dangerous glint in the man's dark, shrouded eyes. Very well, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felek Christoph August, keeper of this place. So, you did not arrive to offer support to these traders? This is great news. Having said that, You must understand that Eurac V is the holy sanctum of the House Orcelio, and the path that is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you are not on the guest list. What is happening on the station? Where do all these corpses come from? Betrayal. A most banal thing in life of a Nobilite. Don't you think? I was stabbed in the back by my closest friend, Theobald Orcelio, the second keeper of Eurac V and my mentor. On his instructions, my own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally massacred the loyal servants of my mistress. Most unforgivingly, they dared to take her prisoner. Greedy scum. I swear by the throne's light, your soul will perish in the darkness of the void. Philip falls silent for a moment, and then furiously slams the end of his staff into the floor. The madmen had captured Lord Cassia, and are now torturing her upstairs while we idly chatter down here. Help me rescue her or be gone, but waste no more of my precious time. What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask you for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet, Lady Cassia well-being is above all. I haven't gotten many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness, but you may actually succeed. In order to ascend the Mistress's chambers, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orcelio herself, and this is the control rod of the elevator machine spirit. I have one part and the other was lost during the mutiny, but even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered. And how do I remake the control rod? I have a phylactery containing the Mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient of sacred mechanisms will help rebuild the rod. The tech priest ceaselessly performed the rites of appeasement so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. So how am I supposed to power the elevator then? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. So, what have you decided? The descendants of von Valancius' line? It would be an honor to save the Lady Navigator from her woes. Felix nods curtly. You should hurry then. We will stay here to hold the line and lick our wounds. Good luck, rogue trader. May the Emperor's light be upon you. Hey, let me equip everyone with some gear first. Definitely Ablar needs this crit helmet.
White. Bright, pure color. And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you? Why are you crying?
If the witch is talking about the enemies of humanity who set upon this abode of noble navigators, then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery.
Yeah, that's fine for now.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
The Emperor sets my path. Never doubt me.
No suffering will make me forget his sacred words. Burn the heretic. Kill the mutant. Purge the unclean. I will cast you into eternal darkness. Stand your ground.
suffered worse. Break them around.
Took his own guy out. Nice. Of course, Idira would go first. Of all these people.
Was it you? Or...
Follow my lead.
Well, bastard.
Stay vigilant. My faith strengthens me.
Ah, yes. Group up. Just don't take out Idira.
Weapon at the ready. Break them around. Follow my lead.
Ablar, no! I guess he took out his own guy. That's fine.
Rejoice in service.
anything is, be gone!
Stay vigilant. My faith strengthens me.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They changed a lot of these abilities for like soldiers and such, so I do kind of have to relearn things. Unfortunately, Officer wasn't really changed all that much, but I know things with like Abelard, Argenta, Idira. Pretty much everyone in my party right now has new abilities or slightly different ones, so I do kind of have to like relearn some of these. Of course I missed.
I'll do it. Faith without...
Nice. At least that kind of deals with that problem. Yeah, like Brace is new. Probably should have did it closer to my own party.
At your beck and call. Reduced to dust.
Ooh, 30. Jesus.
I've suffered worse.
Okay. Idira, your time's to shine right now. Let's see if you can hit these two. Of course you can't. That's fine. Oh, I should have put freaking buff on him. I forget to do some things.
My enemies shall be crushed like dust beneath my feet. And so shall it be done. I will not be deterred.
Weapon at the ready.
God Emperor Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Doubt is for the weak.
Can't hit him? That sucks.
I will do my duty.
Yeah, he's too far.
Will do.
High momentum.
Rejoice in service!
Yep. I'll save it. Ah, I was hoping he was going to go closer to me. It's okay.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Nice. Okay. That was a lot easier than I thought. See, it's so much better when you have you have the ability to use your primary. That last fight with the freaking void creature. It's a lot harder than it needed to be.
The whispers told me how.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Ooh, okay. There's a trap. Oop, no. Not the cargo. Okay. Some of these things I probably need to read, I imagine. Yeah, let's go ahead and loot this full room first before we move on.
With each
What?
step, I forge my destiny
Okay.
among the
I was gonna be
stars.
slightly annoyed if I couldn't loot him because he fell off the friggin' bridge. Ooh, finally some grenades. And a decent pistol. There is a mod that I was looking at to do WASD movements, but oh, I walked into a trap on accident. There is a mod to do WASD movements that just came out, and I thought about using it, but I also don't want to mess with my save. That's kind of the issue with using like Ironman mode.
Know your
I probably should have
duty.
thought about that, but it's alright. Shit happens. Okay, let's look at our new gear real quick. Let's give everyone like at least one grenade. You know what I mean? It's always useful. And I also don't have freaking med kits. I just realized that. Jeez. Okay, let me give Abelard one. It's one of those things, like I can increase my armor, or I could have better dodge. It's a hard choice. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go with that.
Damn warp. If we'd been in real space, I'd have.
Spare me your wailing, witch. Every voice that sounds in your mind is a whisper of the archenemy.
How do I disarm it? There we go. Jeez. That problem's dealt with.
Let the faith guide my path to glory. The duty prevails.
Cool. Well, I know who's that. Who's that going to? So. And a fire grenade. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Get your las rifle. You're gonna use that. Maybe even a fire grenade. I guess you too. Why not? I don't know. I kind of like how this looks. You know what I mean? I'll wear it. Why not? I know there's an option. There's a way you could like make the armor different. Something. Here's this. Oh, nice. Okay. I'll do that. Why not? Might as well unlock all the doors I can.
I have proven myself yet again.
Before we get too deep into a certain area, I kind of want to like loot everything. Ooh, okay. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm getting those gloves. They don't really match, but that is fine. It is a pretty good sword. Yeah. Can I use your chainsword? Hell yeah. Okay. He is pretty decent tech use. I'm higher. I think I'm the highest tech use out of all of us. No, Adira is. Okay, whatever. But she's doing most of the demo work, doing things, you know. So I might as well stick with her. One of these. This one. The cogitator's vid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. The buttons, switches, and levers were ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism that now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish. Awaken it. You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation lever. The cracked vid screen of the sacred engine flickers. The cogitator inside emits creaks and groans, and lumens oscillate at random. It takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant you access to the cogitator's system. Request data on the station's navigators. Okay. After a brief pause, the data appears on the vid screen. Felix Arcelio, main hall, alive. Theobald Arcelio, alive. Everyone else is dead. The child, location upper chambers, biometrics parameters, rapid heartbeat, elevated body temperature, stress levels exceed the permissible limit, status, unknown error. Attention, calming procedures advise attention. Upper chambers inaccessible, error. Control rod is not present. The rod has been misplaced. Immediately contact the station of keepers or the Navis Laboratorium custodian. Main elevator controls. Activate the elevator. Processing query complete. Examine the logs. The archive data stored on the cogitator's local data crypt is partially corrupted, but you still manage to access the residual logs for examination. View Vox report. Vox recording hisses for some time before you hear a voice. This is Officer A282. Do you copy? Several generators overheated on the lower levels. Chambers A to D are unpowered. The Tex Priest crew sent to investigate the problem is not responding. Requesting back. Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression on the living chambers. We've located traces of the mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9 are cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls. Station senior officers, this is the captain speaking. We attempted to contact the Winterscale Scion for help, but something is jamming the signal. We never received a reply and cannot be sure if it's even sent in the first place. A rescue team is not coming. We are on our own, so remain vigilant. Anyone could be a traitor, you hear me? Anyone. If you have doubt, shoot to kill. The following Vox recordings are too badly distorted to make out a single word. Recent log activities. The servant close to the child have started butchering one another again. An order came from above to have the remains reprocessed. The negotiations with the Winterscales were a success. A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them to the laboratory at once, and it is imperative that we increase the new retainer's resistance to the child's pellet powers. Data expunged. Identity confirmed. Region Arontaro, Arcelia, date of visit classified. Reason for visit classified. Date of departure classified. Typical. This is why you don't overclassify things. What if I need to help you? Warning, damage in the technical compartments A12, B3, D8, H24 detected. Warning, living chambers L10, L16, L28 depressurized. Warning, unable to access the station's docking systems. Warning, energy regulation systems unknown. The station will transfer over to emergency power. Immediate evacuation of the facility is strongly advised. Warning. Okay, let's see the encrypted data. I might have to come back to this, because it's a 55% chance that I could fail it, and I don't know if that's going to cause any problems. I don't want to break it just yet. Call Ryka Mornes for help. The system cannot carry out your command despite an eager compliance of the machine spirit. One thing is certain, the problem does not lie in the cogitator's mechanisms. The cogs within the sacred mechanism slowly start to turn with a heavy grinding and cracking. The tired machine spirits grant you access to the station controls, or elite parts of it that still obey the cogitator. Open all doors on the level. The cogitator's vid screen goes dark as if the machine spirits had fled their mechanical caskets. But your assumption is incorrect, as it is filled with static just a few moments later. You can barely make out an inscription amidst the flow of rapidly changing symbols. Oh god. Am I supposed to decrypt this somehow? Something happened. Okay, thankfully that doesn't like break anything just by clicking random buttons. I was trying to like convert the binary stuff, but I guess nothing really really changed. Okay. Last one for sure. Okay, I might have to come back to this.
The Divine watches over us.
Well, that is going to you, for sure. There we go. Need something to protect your eyes. Oh shit, what is going on? Okay. It's a puzzle. Okay. More and more servants are being influenced by the immaterium and has nothing to do with the child's more frequent tantrums. We discovered that the corrupted flesh of the mutator reacts most usually with the crystals we purchased from the Winterscales dynasty. Strongly recommend refining reagents Do not use acids under any circumstances. You will not. This I thought this was a countdown timer of 10 minutes. I was like, oh god, I don't even know what I'm doing. Someone's gonna be watching the video and be like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm just grinding up random stuff. Hopefully this doesn't cause an issue. Let's see. Let me read these manuals real quick. See if I'm doing the puzzle right. Well, do what you do in any circumstance. Just do random things. So don't use acid. See what this does. Ah! Well, there goes that puzzle.
No, Lord Duty.
Yeah, it's okay. Should happen. Yeah, typical. Just mix shit at random, see what happens. I could have easily looked that up, but fuck it. I don't like cheating unless I like absolutely have to. Yeah. Let's give that puzzle a try real quick before we leave here. I don't know if I'm gonna come back. 58% chance. Gotta go for it. The vid screen flashes furiously and the control panel starts spitting out sparks that bite at your fingers. After a few moments of desperate confrontation, the cogitator falls silent once and for all, barring you access to classified data. Guess it was a dice roll at that point. Control rod required. Oh, okay. I was like, hopefully that puzzle didn't ruin my chances. Felico Cerlio looks a little bit better. His tangled hair is now neatly braided, his wounds are slightly bandaged, and there's a healthy color under the scales of his cheek. You dealt with the threat and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well? Remember, every second of hesitation may cost alive my mistress her life. Oop. My mistress her life. The Crossroads. There are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks, so poor and flimsy they fall at the slightest touch, one hiding a blind man, another a traitor. Who is who? Who do you see behind the mask? My whispers are giggling nastily. They will not speak, the naughty little things. They say that tearing off the mask is your concern. Tell me more, what paths? I cannot say. One is paved with blind faith, the other with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you like the most. Thank you, I did not understand a single word. The station has enough problems with your sorcery psyker. Hand over the key. Thank you, Rogue Trader. Don't even know what to say. Status and armor prevented me from admitting it before, but you have awoken hope in me. Hope that I might actually leave the station together with the mistress. Which is why I'm about to ask you one last favor. The lowly insurgents got their hands on a weapon that suppressed my navigator's powers. Their absence makes me a living target, but this weapon is useless against you, as it is a bunch of lunatics wielding it. I humbly ask you to deal with the scum huddling upstairs, and hurry to adorn my mistress with the relic of our house, a sacred amulet against all evil. Recent events have badly disturbed Lady Cassia's psyche, and warp entities always lust for weaker souls, especially when the veil grows thin. You too will be safe next to this charm. What will I get in return? You will get everything you wanted, a loyal navigator and the undying gratitude of House Orsilio. Very well, I will do it. You're going to need this charm. Felix hands you a precious stone without a setting. Its luminous surface remains cold to the touch no matter how long you hold it in your hand. And may the God Emperor's light be with you. The pale figure with unnaturally long limbs covers her face with her hands, which are deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continuously streams from her scarlet misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitches nervously as you approach. Only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament. And when your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. As the otherworldly creature gaze slides over you, your entire core shudders in terror. Flashes of past warped nightmares reemerge from the shadows of your memory and paralyze your will. You gasp for air in terror, drowning under a crashing wave of pain. You cannot catch your breath. Hot tears burn on your cheeks. Why is this happening? Why is this happening to you? Why do you feel so lonely and in so much pain? Do these feelings even belong to you? As if my little pals weren't bad enough, now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. Heresy. Argenta looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness, then lowers her head. Her white hair veils her. Lady Cassia, I'm here to help you. Please calm yourself. She warily shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound similar to both the sob and a howl of a small wounded animal. What is happening? Why is someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you, who are you? Konstantinos von Addelgard, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Unease settles over her features and she nods cautiously. Pardon my manners, Konstantinos. I did not expect to make such a gracious acquaintance in such a time of great sorrow for our house. What is this? I feel faint. The heavy-set old man, who has been kneeling nearby, erupts in a low sob. His eyes, swollen from crying, darted desperately around the room as though the veil of ignorance has been ripped away from them. The child, Lady Cassia, where are you? Sacred child, throne preserve. Despite his venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's side. You. The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. He is threaded with jet-black veins, and his bulging, milky eyes bear striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. A sickly, sweet scent assaults your nostrils as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk. My eyes fail me. Were they unable to make out as either enemy or ally? I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of House Horselio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged it's making whispers shrieking like crazy. Might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are. Abelard places his hand on the weapon. At present, I'm trying to determine what is happening on Eurac V. I'll grant you that you do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wreckage station, or the scoundrels of Felix's service. Who are you? Konstantinos von Addelgard, rogue trader. Another rogue trader in our corner of galaxy? How interesting. Your kind always makes an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you are not so far have drawn your weapons, your intentions remain probably peaceful, and so House Horselio now asks a service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer. Think on it. You can make yourself an ally or enemy. Today, you decide. What is the curse that has taken hold of everyone in this room? A curse? You do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And when the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Tisiphone, for she is the heir of House Orcelia. They call me dangerous for my witchcraft, Adira mutters under her breath. What service do you ask of me? Hope glimmers in the navigator's milky eyes. Save the sacred child. Take her away from the station. I fear I do not have long left. A bluish rivulet trickles down the old man's chin, and he wipes the mutated blood brusquely away from his sleeve. You glimpse strange burns covering his flesh under his clothing. The slight movement must be causing him unbearable pain. Save the child and deliver her to the Regent Arantano, acting head of House Orcelia in the Coronis Expanse. Rest assured that the reward will be worth your effort. I know we came here for the Navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl. Argenta looks at Cassia. A painful furrow appears on her brow. Such a fragile thing, with such heavy burden placed upon her shoulders. I want to know what happened between you and Philippe. Philippe is a wayward student. He came to Eurac V as a callowed youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child. To revel in power like with others like him, casting our house into the abyss, to revert centuries-long tradition of our families. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our novators, Tisiphone Orcelia, who led our house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy, the renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age, taken up the Novator's throne. So choose whose side you are on, the murderous traitor or the lawful scion of a noble house. You're talking as though you expect to die here. My service to the house is coming to an end. The wounds Felix inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying. Praise the throne, slowly enough to see that the child is taken care of. You need help, there's a Medicaid on my ship. No, I am the keeper of Eurac V and I will perish along with my station. On that note, I have other matters to attend to. Felix accused of treachery, Theobald. Why should I trust your words? Defending myself before strangers, I never thought I would fall so low. If the child's life were not at stake, very well, I have no choice, or no proof of my innocence. I could give you my word as a member of the Navis Nobilite. If the honest word of an honorable man counts for anything with you, I guarded the station against calamity, incursions without hope of the best of my ability. I forced the wardens to strictly observe security protocols. I personally selected every servant, and I faithfully protected the child during this coup. And how could you lose control of your own station? Do not thrust errors in my face. I am twice your age and twice as wise. I take my advice, trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. Even though the closest to you will betray you for gold, power, or far-fetched ideas of a bright future. Well, I believe I have made my decision. Felix is a true monster. Let's do away with him together. Allies are always welcome, even temporary ones. I will revive the child. Do not be alarmed. The House Orcelia's heir will help us destroy our enemies and shield us from Felix's navigator forces. But for you, rest for a time before the battle. Well, I have a feeling there's going to be a big fight. So hopefully these people actually help.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.